What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the O2B YouTube channel. This is the beginning of the Mark II rally car build. I mean, rally car is a very loose term on this one, as it's not very much rally car. It's essentially a piece of crap with a little engine that I can rag about a backfield. So yeah, the build begins. We're going to make it look visually appealing at first, and then we're going to get into the mechanicals of it, because this may not even run by the end of this week. So guys, I've showed you enough of how bad the vehicle is inside. I've got a little head torch on because I've allowed it to get a little bit late. I've just been emptying all the crap out of it and finding all sorts of goodies in it. We've got a lot of stuff to get through still. The dust is so thick. We're just removing all the stickers of where I wanted to turn it into a pickup truck. That was a crazy idea. There's so much dust on that dash. I've got to clean all this up and I'll make a cut to when this is all clean. Right guys, so as you can see, we've been doing a lot more work on the Golf, trying to get it cleaned up. We've had our first modification, which is the red brakes. We've cleaned up the suspension behind there. Looks a lot better. If you can see the shocks, there we go. Everything's looking fresh in there now. We've got some BMW E30 wheels on there getting mounted on. We're doing lots and lots of body work here. Lots of paint work going on. More brake work, paint work. Those discs were new at the time, as you can see the shiny face right there, but they've corroded over time. I don't know if they're going to be savable still, but it's worth giving it a go. We'll give it one good run out, see how she comes. We've been cleaning up the engine bay as well, so we've got a lot of progress done under here. But I'm going to show you a little before from this side. So you can see the wheel setup is looking very sad. That's what the other side looked like as well. Had that shady looking wheel trim on it. Underneath the airbox, we're going to be doing an induction kit as well on it. But as we can see, that fits way better. That gives it so much more torque. So as it's all going to come together, you guys will really see the difference. So if we look at this wheel, we can see why I wanted a nice fresh wheel setup on there. Look at those, dude. Especially with the wing getting painted right now, it's in prep. We've got that thing now, fiberglass, when I was about 16, so bear in mind this is terrible. I'm literally just going to fill over it as well and whack a nice grill that I'm working on it. For some reason I painted the lights black. I don't know what possessed me back then, but we're getting there, we're getting there. This is actually looking good. I've masked that up because this side's going to get painted next, but we're on there, we're making some progress. We can see that setup. I've just cleaned that brake setup up. I've cleaned all the pads down. Put them in with some fresh grease on the wheel as well. Mint, dude, this thing's gonna be sick. Right guys, so pardon the all this stuff in the air. I don't actually have any extractors for in here, and I need to keep the heat in, so we're wearing masks at the minute. So as we can see, we've done the center of the bonnet matte black. This will be getting another coat, as there's going to be a bonnet scoop getting installed right there. That one over there, I've had that for years. That was my 16-year-old dream, so it's gonna have to go on the car. End of. I don't care what the haters say, truthfully. As we can see, we've got the whole thing going white. The bodywork is not perfect. I don't really care. It's a race car. It's getting fucking poly glass windows. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's gonna have BMW wheels with BMW center caps. It is not for the purists. It's just for a bit of fun, but yes, it was my dream to turn it into something like this, so it's gonna happen this week. This is the 1 week rally car build, and it's going pretty well so far. Got whole side painted white. Them BMW wheels look sick. We've got the suspension done on this side, and the brakes, and the BMW wheels are on. As you can see, going from this to this, it's a massive difference, so I'm excited. A lot of catty work to do there, a lot of cattying on the front. I'm doing custom grill when I go in the house, because I've got it in my room. But we're going to catty that bottom smooth, and then we're going to whack a grill on there, call it a day, get that bonnet scoop on, blend it all, paint this side, get the interior painted white, detail this, paint white up to there, black here. Actually, well, clean this first and then re-dye it, like we've done with that door. It looks brand new compared to this. I hope I've messed that off well enough for the paint. The dash needs a deep clean. But we're just going to whack some seats into this, build up the gear selector. I've got a gear selector that my grandmother actually made me, so it's guaranteed to have to go in the car. Of course, how did I not see it? Around the weird ducts. We've got a turbo duct. We might power this with a turbo duct. We'll have to wait and see for that. But look at this. So I know it's nothing like super duper crazy, and it needs a little bit of fixing and a little bit of love and cleaning, because this is the glues came off this side. Wish she stitched this for me, so this will stay in the car forever. So that's going in the center console right there, and it's red, so I might as well do that red, and the grill, getting the, you know, GTI red grill types around, of course. So yeah, I'm gonna carry on the works with this and see how far we can get tomorrow. But that whole side getting rattle canned is a decent side, and all the suspension and brakes being done on this side is a big bonus as well. Right guys, so it's the next day now, and as we can see, we've got the Golf behind us. Nothing has been done today. You may ask, why has he not done anything today? But why is it light at night? Look at that. That's what he was doing today. He's also patching up, putting these boxes in. We could only wire up some plugs. We need some Wagos to do these. I know that one over there, but we've got some sockets on. We've got a light ran on Wagos as well. We've got working switches now. Come on. More plugs over there. So we've got power all around the car. And over here, I've been working on a workshop. As you can see, we've got everything we need. We've got the fuel, we've got the tools, we've got the music now as well to keep us with the vibes as we work here. Look at all this. We've got all the basics that we'll need to get this thing running, and a couple bits and bobs for the car as well. Ooh. He's been working on some modifications, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to try and bodge something up using this original throttle body, because it's obviously, you know, got a thingy on it. That's just a mass airflow sensor. It's not even a throttle body. Crazy. But yeah, that's all ready for me dad's 50th birthday party this weekend. Look at all those bottles. I actually hate vodka, so it's of no interest to me. I need to move this so I can get most of my car back in, because all the stuff that was there is just kind of laid out there and it's been washed down. I found the seats for this thing, and I've also acquired a hoover so I can hoover out the interior, because there's still loads of glass in there. And yeah, we'll keep working our way around the car. Literally just get it painted up quick. We're not looking for a perfect job. We just want this quickly painted up and ready to push out this workshop ASAP. And haters are gonna hate, but I've went matte black for the bonnet, and I've put a bonnet scoop on that I've had ever since I've got this car years ago. It's just been sat abandoned, and it was a childhood dream to have a little bonnet scoop like this, and it actually goes into the little air duct. So fuck it. If anyone hates, they can hate, but I like it, so it's staying. Right, sanding this back was utter chaos. I had to use a grinder, but now I've got more body filler on there, little bits here and there. That dent isn't fully gone. I'm out of body filler now though. That's smoothed now as well. Smoothed where the bumper mounts were. Worked this out as much as I could. Done all this line, fixed all this up, fixed this around the doors, that piece, and yeah, a little bit more over here. Try and smooth this out as much as we can, and let's get this grill lined up and everything. Get these sanded back. I'm going to detail the hell out of that interior, because that's still rotten. And then I'm going to cut back when the interior is done, because we've got loads of white paint for the inside, likewise like we've got for the out, so it'll be white in and out. But before we do any painting, let's get this mess cleaned up. Instead, I just glued these waters to the holes. I mean, not all of them. I'll get like a side badge for here and some badge for the rear. But yeah, any hole I needed to patch up, I've just used them. The aerial hole as well. But also, you can see how beautiful crowns. Oh, last night there was some sinister paintwork done on the Golf. I say sinister because it doesn't look that great. There's a load of runs in this arch, and my bodywork wasn't too straight. But it's a rally car, man. It's made to be smashed into walls. Look at that run, nice, dude. This is looking a bit smoother, so I'm gonna fill this out. I've been to get more paint because I've run out of paint last night, so we got more paint at the ready. We're going to do this. They didn't have any more gloss, so I'm gonna have to do it matte white, and then go over it with the gloss. Same for the roof. Probably use 2 cans on that roof, knowing me. Try and get a good level. There's my uncle. Hello. But yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. We're getting on. This looks fucking sick. This lacquer though, like truth. This is a nice finish that we've got going on here. It's going to be sick against that black. Over here we've got our painted Zwatters, as we can see. Zwatters in the groshes, mate. Zwatters in the groshes. Over here, we've also got an airbox that we're going to be absolutely butchering right now. Let's get the butcher on the job. We're going to chop this, chop that to try and make a pod filter go on it. This is insane. So it is the night of my dad's 50th birthday party. So it's quite noisy out there. But we're back at it. We've got the boot all built up, primed up. Everything's in motion here. As you can see, this side's been getting painted now as well. We've got a lot of progress going on the golf. As we can see, we've got a radiator in here as well that we can use to heat up some of this bodywork so it can set a little bit quicker. That's not the greatest job in the world. We can see all the waves in it from here, but that's all the filler I had and all the effort I could put into it with all the sandpaper and the time that I've got left. Most importantly, we've been through some scarce moments like using coins to blank up holes, but we're almost there. We've almost got the whole body painted, and I'm just doing a little bit of work on the interior while I wait for the paint to set and the primer to set up. And here, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I've dyed this black the other day, but it's already getting covered and filthy, so I'm going to leave the black carpet bits till after all the white's on and any possible overspray doesn't land in here. And there's a lot of dust in here still, but I'm sure there will be overspray, but we'll be going over all this as we go. As we can see, this has already been roughly cleaned out with brushes. You've probably seen in the first shot how bad the glass was. Now we've got it down to this last bit, but this interior is grimy as it's as abandoned car interior as you can get, really. There's nothing nice about this. There's just cobwebs absolutely everywhere. This thing hasn't been started in years. I bought it years ago. It's got 257 kilometers on the clock. Well, 1,000 kilometers on the clock. Yeah, it's quite a piece of equipment. Yeah, we can see it will make this nice. I can see us making this real nice. So you've got a detailed shot of the whole interior of how it looks now, and then there's going to be some afters that are going to go crazy. So last night I managed to do an extra little bit of painting inside the Golf, which is all the interior done. So these bits need a little bit more going over, and bits over there need a little bit more of a going over, but it's looking pretty good. We've got a little heater set up, as this enamel base paint takes way longer to dry than the other stuff, but this heater is helping us out quite a lot. To go over to the front, this is drying up pretty well now, so I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, that looks horrible, that Bondo job there, but it's all we can do as a temporary fix on this little beast. I've been working on the grill as well, but oh my god, look how bright that interior is now. That's crazy. I love that, and it's just gonna have the black seats in there. This will go all back to black, nice and fresh. We've been working on the grill over here as well, and that looks pretty good. But what we do need to do now, the lights, we've been cleaning the lights up. I can't wait to put all those in. I also forgot about those reflectors. There's little reflectors that should go in here. Well, they used to go on here on the bumper, but what I'm going to do is just probably todge them onto this. Yeah, like get the grill on and then get them on after. Like maybe paint them surrounds black and have the orange things, and just have these like upwards here. That would look quite cool. We pretty much need to get most of this done today. And I'm away here smashing the brakes away because these have been pretty seized up. It's got some pretty fresh shocks on it. I've just wiped that fucking shock off with that degreaser. So I've just wore the sticker down completely, which was quite sad. But look at all the shit that's coming off it. Give it a couple good old love taps and I think we can... Oh yes, we've got first movement on the rotor. Excellent. So let's free this bad boy up, probably strip it off, have a look inside, clean it all up, paint it red, get the new wheel on, do the same on the front and call that the brakes and suspension done. You've been checking all the suspension. To be fair, the back bearings have play in them, which is expected, like it's from 1989, but it's pretty fresh under here, to be fair. Cleaned it all up as well. This side, like, even without cleaning it up, is, if you look underneath there, there's not a lot of rust on there. It's quite fresh. I'm surprised. There was rust on the body though, especially around this door area, but it looks all right. Bit of hammerite will sort the job. Now that's more like it. Yes. That's more like it. Come on. Now that looks a lot better. Look at that fitment and that clean suspension. I'm gonna bag these wheels up and get this all paintwork finished up. But in the meantime, I mean, I've just been cleaning off, like, look at all the cobwebs I've just cleaned out of here, and look how much more there is still. There's just so much growth on all of this, as it's sat for years. But watch, I'll clean this down and watch how fresh it looks. I'm going to use that thinners over there. Well, she's still a bit grotty, but she's looking better. I assume this was painted in the past, but yeah, it doesn't actually look clean. Because it was painted, I think it's preserved it. And because it's not leaking, it hasn't gone properly brushed. But it looks quite fresh under here. Like, look at the amount of rust that's on the tractor end. There was nothing. That's crazy. Got man bushings, look at those. Egg sound, everything's sound. Look at those bushings. Everything looks beautiful. There's no, like, sorry, I just moved the disc there. Well, I'll get the wheel on, I'll show you. There's not even any free play in this front. That's crazy. I'm amazed. So let's freshen these brakes up. It's had recent pads, but the discs are fucked. But we're gonna run it on these discs anyway. We are trying to do this in the biggest, on the smallest budget that we can, and achieve the biggest we can with that small budget. But yeah, so let's see what we can do. Damn, boy. And brakes, suspension, and wheels are looking fresh. Look at that, man. I'm so hyped with how this whole thing's turning out. This is looking cool. Very nice. I love the fitment on these 2-inch bigger wheels. Oh, look at that stand. That's crazy. I love how this thing's turning out. We've got this heater still drying the back of it to try and get these last layers onto the tailgate, but I'm going to finish the front off and get on with doing the underbonnet bits. So I'm going to redo one more layer of white over everything, then clear coat it. Leave some paint to do more of this, but I want it finished up to around here, so any blow-ins I do don't really affect the front. As we can see, it's going to be a long old night again. That was a lot of hard work. That is mostly the body work done. We're going to leave all the mechanicals to the next episode. That's hopefully this thing runs, man. But thank you for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe for more.